Hello, Count here, back with another making a graph theory shortest path solver. Anyway, yeah. Last episode, we got a lot of stuff done, if I'm very honest with you. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that got I actually had a little bit of fun and decided to create a tiny graph with my system. And yeah, it looks rather cool. And yeah, I just love this animation. It's actually, the animation for this one was very unintentional, but I just love it. Also, I just love to be able to do that, and then you can, I mean, sure, if you spam the buttons, it kind of does get a little awkward, like as you can see here, but there's nothing you can really do about that. Unless I add like a cooldown, then of course, then I can do that, but I really don't want to. I'm kind of lazy to do that. So yeah, I kind of just went around and did a bit of testing. Right, am I in view mode? So yeah, I just messed around. I created this little graph while I was out. Just hold on a second. Entry. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And yeah, I just made this graph. It's all the code. It's literally just a bunch of code. If I go to the save manager, let me find it. Let me just open it up, and yeah, you'll go ahead and see for yourself. I just added a bunch of temporary stuff just for fun because yeah, I got a little bored. I wanted to look around at what I could do. And yeah, I basically created this graph. It has, these are all the vertices and such, and edges. Yeah, that's just what I did. However, I think it's about time that we start to work on it's about time we start to work on saving and loading. The last time we actually had this save slot. I think we were working on this save slot, and I added a bit more comments so that I can actually figure out what on earth I was going to do with this. And yeah, this is what I have planned for stuff. Okay. And well, let's see. Here's okay. In the save manager, wait, save slot number. If you press the slot number, data is equal to this. It will say that there's no saved data, else it will say, yeah, that the graph's name. Now next is we want to save or load a file. So if save file to slot, and if there's a save file to slot, if saving to a file, you save the file to the slot, which is actually just this one. Oh wait. Oh, I should probably do something like this. I just realized. Instead of the I should bring up an input field for the graph name, which I guess might as well be under the UI manager because it's a UI thing. Often my UI managers are like super long. You can definitely tell. Now, what is it? Okay, I actually think I need to make more of the UI to actually be able to figure out what I'm doing here because, yeah, I can't really tell. I mean, I have an idea for what I'm supposed to do, but actually knowing you have a confirm action, which I might as well. Oh yeah, I guess another thing that I did while I was out is that I changed the the font. I made a Calibri. I made the font Calibri because I didn't really want to use. I don't know. I just really didn't want to use the I just didn't want to use the Arial font. I might all okay. I'm probably should I use buttons or should I use sim? Uh, Probably should. I guess I'll go ahead and make a more UI for it to start off. I'll make a check mark and there's going to be an X. Should I? 4 by 64. Then at the middle, this is way too large. Right, the size is like way too large. Make this 10 and see how that looks. 10 might be a little too large. I'm not sure. Yeah, 10 looks like a little too large. I'll make it 7. Maybe you could try this. Nope. All right. Hold on a second. Let me restart this. Nope. No. No. Stop. Stop. Okay, please. Let me write with the. Okay, fine. Let's try this and do this. No. No. There. It's not. I'm not sure if I should. Why not? We'll just make it buttons. I mean, I kind of would really like to avoid using the default Unity stuff, but it's fine, I guess. Use Calibri because I want to. Yeah. So we have confirm. I would like to, if we highlight it, I want it to actually be a greenish. When we press, I want it to be a darker green. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And I would like to put it like right about at negative 120, 45. Yeah, that looks fine. This is going to be the confirm button. Then we also have we're also going to have the cancel button. So let's duplicate this. This one will be the cancel button. Now all we need to do here is to put it on the opposite side, so positive, and this one will be the cancel. Of course, I would like to set these to black. I don't know why it's not the default. Cancel button, it's going to be a red. So it'll be like this. And yeah, if I was to go ahead and bring it up, let me just bring up the menu. As you can see, yeah, there we go. But of course, it doesn't really do anything. The confirm action box, I think this is something that, again, it's probably just going to have the same exact animation as this is going to have wow, I have so many animators, so I should have made this an array or something. Animator, this one's going to be the confirm save load animator. So this one's the animator of the confirm action box. Why not? And of course, there's some very basic animation here. So public void, open, close, confirm action, menu, why not? And well, yeah, this one's just going to be a boolean called open, and of course, all we need to do is to do play UI animation. We'll pass in the what was it called? Confirm save load animator. We pass in open. Then again, this one's going to be the open pause, I believe. Yeah, I believe it's open pause. And yeah, opens or closes the confirm, save, or load menu. Okay, anyway, now let's go back, and we are expecting a, right, there we go. There we go, that's what we forgot. All right, next, what we need to do is to actually give it an animator. So we're gonna add a component animator, animation, UI, pause, load save menu, and of course, or not the load save menu, the confirm action. All we need to do is give it the pause, and that's it. And then we have to go to our player UI and give it the confirm action animator, like so. Yeah, I really should have probably made that a okay, right now there's nothing that actually brings it up. However, yeah, we actually do need to actually have it. We do actually need to set it up. So yeah, a lot of stuff here. All right, so in this button, one of the things that if you click it, the confirm button, okay, save slot. Okay, you don't just save it over, you don't just save it, you actually technically need to confirm it. So if there's an existing file, it doesn't just do, this isn't done. What it does is, what the heck is this? Okay. What it does is that it opens the confirm save the confirm save menu, save or load menu. Okay, okay, I have a feeling I'm not sure if would you put that for the load? I guess you would. Oh yeah, in the save manager, there's also technically a void update. Whoops, my bad. Whoa, come on, void update. And this one will have to take Why is my mic muted? Okay. To let the system know that I actually want to save or load, I need to have a public void called save or load. Save or load. Now, simply put, all I need to do is say Boolean is saving. Now, if is saving is equal to true, then what we need to do is go to our save state and set that equal to save state dot saving. Else, we want to do save state is set to equal to save state dot loading. And that will determine which function is actually going to be called. Okay, now with that, saving or all right, the last thing I think that one last thing I need to do is a public void save file sets the state if this function is to set the state if the confirmation should save or load. This one saves or loads a file. That's what this does. Save or load file. This is now what we need to do. So we have to do if save save state is equal to save state dot saving, then what we want to do now is to save. So what we have to do is save to slot number, then we'll pass in oh wait, no, what we need to do is save graph. Okay, if there's an already existing, then if already existing file, save. If already existing file, overwrite save, which is just going to literally, it's just going, all this should do is, dear gosh. So this one will do data, graph data is going to equal to save system dot I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Oh my gosh, what? So if we, how do we determine if there is a date? How do we you know what? That should be a function to determine if there's already a existing file. So I guess I might as well do so this one will be a public. No, this one will be a private Boolean existing save. So, and we take an integer called a the slot num. Actually, no. Oh, wait, hold on. Loads save slot. So what we need to do is if we have an else, so if hold on a second. Data, we're going to graph data is equal to save system dot load graph data slave slot slot num dot toString. If data is not equal to null, then we want to return a true, else return a false. Now, if existing save and we pass in the slot number, which we have is selected slot num. Fine, string. We don't, okay, this is just, there we go. If the data is not null, then we return, okay, good. If there is an existing, if this is equal to true, then we just want to save. Then all we want to do is just save. So you do save graph, then we pass in the graph data name. However, what we now need to do is to do graph data dot graph data is equal to wait, no, I'm doing this stupidly. Save system dot load graph data dot graph name. There we go. Then we pass, what is this again? The save slot. So what we need to do is pass in the selected slot number. Selected slot number dot graph name. However, else, what we want to do now is to, okay, if there is an existing file, save over graph over file. If there is no existing file, I kind of realize I technically might need access to a this one will be a public save slot array called the save slots. And well, what we now need to do is whenever we save to a graph, this returns, oh no. When we save something, what we now need to do is to pass in the save slots. We pass in hold on, is this possible? Nope, you can't do that. Private graph data. Because this needs to be updated if, well, we might as well have a private integer. Num int. So rather than doing this, we literally just have selected slot num integer equal to slot number. So that way we also have a copy of. So now what we have to do is to do. Did I just delete? I did. Save slot, a public save slot array called save slots. Then under this, when we save, we have to do, whenever we save, we have to go save slots. We pass in selected slot num integer. Dot. Is it a private? Oh yeah, it is private. Okay, you know what, this one, I might as well just make this a function. So public void set new data. There we go. And we just, all we need to do is pass in graph, a graph data called the new data. You know what, new graph data. And what, guess what? We just say data is equal to new graph data. Go to our save manager dot new set new data. Then we pass in save system dot load graph data. And we pass in selected slot number. Yep, and yeah, that's what that does. Is there anything else that? All right, so then we would technically need to update the text. So technically, so we have also have a, I guess we might as well make this a private void update text. Update info text like that. Then all we need to do is all this does is does this. And well, and then after we do that, we have to update update info text. And also, of course, we need to do update info text here. Like that. And I guess we also have to do save manager.script.save to slot num. Wait. wait. Hold on. Save to slot. Save load to slot number. And then here we'll do that. This entire function, all it needs to do is to do save manager.script.save load to slot number. Then we pass in our slot number. That's what that should do, because it doesn't matter what it doesn't matter. What this does is tells the save manager which slot, tells the save manager to save or load to the slot number of the save slot. There we go. That's what this should do. Hopefully I'm getting somewhere, not just looping myself in circles. We also would like to close the save load menu, which is of course ideal, but we're gonna leave that for later because we don't really know yet. Under the confirm action, there's something. Oh yeah, I should probably do it right now. Under the confirm action, there should be a cancel button. This cancel button should have a function where it literally just goes into the layer UI manager, and open close, and it will be closing it. So yeah, that way when we open the menu, we can actually close it. So if I was to, let's go do our shortcut, and it doesn't bring up anything for now. But yeah, that's because we still haven't really done anything with the save slot. I'm trying to do this for I'm trying to make sure that I don't that I duplicate it once I actually know. Save load file. Not only do we want to, this is not the only thing that we technically want to run. We also want to run we also technically, what we also want to do is to do the ymanager.script open, close the confirm action menu, and we'll set this to true. I believe that's what we wanted to do. So let's go do our shortcut. Then if we were to open this and we were to cancel, yeah, nothing happens. Now, whether or not this is going to save or load depends now on the pause menu. So we now need to go to our pause menu, and under the pause menu, we have our save graph, and we have our open close, which is actually already a function. So we can actually technically, what we need to do now is when we open, close the save load menu, what we now need to do is, we technically are going to do is if open, actually no, that depends. Not only does it need to do that, it also needs to go to our save, it also needs to go to our, we need to have access to our save, where's the save script? Where's the save manager? Okay, it's there. The save manager is there, so when we do that, we need to call on the game manager, save manager, and we do saving or loading. And if saving is true, is saving, if so, saving or loading. If saving or loading is true, and this is a save graph, then we're going to be saved. But for the load graph, well, we're going to have to do something else. We're going to have to set it to false instead. So saving or loading, and we set this to false. Yes, okay, we're figuring out stuff. We're figuring out how to do this. Oh my gosh, we're finally figuring out how to do the save. Okay. And, well, right now the confirm doesn't do anything, but we can cancel. And, well, I feel like closing out all the menus, so yeah. All right. We have this huge amount of stuff. We have a lot of stuff, and you know what? I'm getting a bit of my brain wants to move this to its actual proper spot. So I want to set this to, what's 95 look like? 95 looks fine. I know some of you probably want 100, but I don't care. Anyway, so with that, the image, hold on, let me look at this image. Oh yeah, the image is fine. So with that, not only do we want to do that, there is one last thing that I would like to do. And well, the confirm under the not under the confirm action, In front of all that, I want to actually have, I'm going to make a panel. Where is it? I'm going to make a panel. This is going to be called the name graph. This will be 100% like this. We're not going to have it exactly the same. We're going to have it like this, at exactly the center. So with the confirm action, and in front of that confirm action is going to be this gigantic, or not, maybe not gigantic, it's just going to be like this. It's going to have this thing. And under this, we are going to give text. And in this text, we want to set this to Calibri. And this is going to be name your graph. That's what it's going to say. And we're going to set this to the upper part. And then what we want to do is to stretch this out like so. But we're going to lower just a tiny bit. Negative 20. I think that looks fine. And then under this, this one is going to be this one's obviously the title, but then we obviously now need to add an input field. What did I just put? Okay. We want to have a UI input field. Yes. So yeah, this guy is going to be the middle and it stretches out like that. However, that looks ugly and we're not going to have it exactly like that. We're going to have it like this. 9.75. Then here, 9.75. There we go. And then here, what we need to do is change the text name, change the text such that it's Calibri. We want to center it. Then is it enter name. Enter name. It's going to say enter name. Then we also want to set this to that. And dear gosh, I also would like to set this to a black. The input field, this one will be the input graph name. Then, okay, maybe I should not use the default. I kind of feel like doing this, and we have not a canvas. I didn't want a canvas. I want to get another panel. This one will be name graph menu, and well, this one goes to like this. And well, rather than this being that, we're going to go back to our sprites, of course. There's our sprites. And we're going to give this a panel. Now, I want to set this to white. Actually, hold on a second. I want this one to exactly stretch to this. Then I'm going to bring this back out. Then the name graph is going to go exactly under it. Now this is going to be not black, it's going to be white. And we don't want to give it anything. However, name graph, this one is going to be black. For once, it's the other way around. Yes, I'm switching it around for once. Now to actually curious. Oh yeah, I can do that. That looks rather cool. Oh, I'm okay with that. Yeah. Can have this. And we have to make sure that text is completely black because it really bothers me. And the last thing is of course, a button for confirm. We want a button to close it in case you want to cancel. So this button, we don't need it to have any sprite. We can get rid of that. We want the text to be not Arial, but Calibri. We set this to X, or lowercase x, or I don't know, X. Let's do capital X. Then we want this to be not that, but we're going to put it to the corner. Then we want this to be 32. Actually, 32 by 32 is rather large. I'm going to do 24 by 24. Then put you into the corner. This button should be under you. And oh, whoops. Let me reset that. There we go. The button should be under this, and this one should be a 24 by 24. There we go. Now the button is gonna go to the top right corner, and I might as well do this right now because it's kind of bothering me. I want to give it the sprite as well, the sprite, my custom outline sprite, and this one is going to be also black. That way we can actually tell. Then of course this is the cancel button, and of course we also want our confirm button, which is UI button. Oh, gonna just lower it. Actually, no, we want to put it we want to base it on the center. And this one will obviously, we need to change the text to be Calibri. And this one is confirm, where (15, 16, 17, 18, 20). We'll leave it at 14. Confirm name button. With that, I don't want this to have any fancy animation. No, I do not want to have any fancy animation whatsoever. All I want this thing to have is to literally just pop up. No animations. I have too many animations. Okay. Not everything needs to have animation. That's one thing I should note. Not everything needs to have animation. I believe that the naming in your graph should actually pop up. It shouldn't be like a fancy animation. All it needs to do is pop up. That's all it needs to serve. All right. So with that, I guess I want to put it into the UI manager. But at the same time, I feel like it should only be in the save manager, but it's a UI thing. It's a UI thing. Let me get a drink of water for a second. Okay, so we have a UI thing. You know what? Let's put it here. So public game object, this one will be confirm graph name. Confirm graph name. Under this, what we need to do is this is the confirm graph name when saving into an empty slot UI. Yeah, that's what it is. Then under the save manager, I think what I'll do is go using Unity engine.ui. You might be a little confused, but what we're going to do is do a private text, or no, this is going to be a private text. This is what will be the input graph name. And we're going to have a private string called the final graph name. So now to do this, what we need to do is we need to, in a sense, make a public void. This one will be a set graph name, and this one will take in a string called the new graph. We call it the set. I don't know, the graph. We'll call it underscore graph name. Then what we do is say final graph name is set equal to underscore graph name. Come on, graph name. Actually, no, this one will be input graph name. Then our final public void will be set graph name. Now, there are some things that I would like to actually say about the graph. The graph name should not include. Actually, the graph name can be anything. However, hold on a second. However, okay, what I would like to say is if input dot graph if underscore graph name dot length is longer than, I'll do 40. It's greater than, we'll do 50. I'm not sure how long is 50 characters, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. I might actually set it to 40 because 40 might be. What we want to do is to graph name dot graph name is set equal to graph name dot substring. So we start and then we just make it 40. And we I guess we might as well do a notification, say dot notify, saying graph name cannot be longer than 40 characters. I want this to be 1.5 seconds. And with that, I kind of realized notification should actually be at the very bottom, if that's the case. And I'm going to go to our Ctrl S, and if I right, this is supposed to be it's not only that, I'm not sure if I should be worried if there are any characters that I should be worried about. What happened? I guess what I should do is not only that, but I guess we might as well also check for any possible. This sounds like a utility function thing. I'm gonna do it here. This is going to be a public static boolean. This is going to be found uh, what's the word that I'm trying to think of? If something is not allowed, but I don't want to use not allowed. What is the word? Found other characters. I guess that's what I can say. So I'm going to have a string called the check string, and we have a string called allowed characters. Characters set. I guess why not? We'll do fine. Allowed characters. So what we have to do is for each. Okay, the end of this will be a return a false if it manages to find nothing. So what we have to do now is for each character, I'm going to call it character in check string. We also have to go through for each. We have to go through for each character allowed character in allowed characters if character does not equal to if character is equal to allowed character, then we are going to have we also need a boolean is allowed. But by default, we'll set this to false. However, if it is one of the allowed characters, we'll set is allowed to true. However, at the end of this, if is allowed is equal to false, we'll return a true. Meaning that it found an other character that let's shorten this. Allowed. We're going to also change this to allowed characters that isn't in allowed cars. There we go. That's what we want to do. Now to do this, we're going to go into if u dot found other characters, we're going to pass in underscore graph name, comma, in our allowed characters. It's going to be a long list. However, if this is equal to true, we want to just kind of like to return like this. We also want to return, and we want to before we kind of want to get the last, so what we have to do is we want a notification.notify, and we want to say underscore graph name. Then we'll do the index, which is the underscore graph name dot length, or -1 since it's an index, -1. I guess we don't need that. -1 is not an allowed character. Then we want to do this for 1.5 seconds. 5 seconds, there we go. Now, the allowed characters are the space A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. So we have our space, we have our A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, and Y, and Z. Yep, there we go. Now, this is going to be a rather complicated script. So, with that, when we confirm, actually, yeah. So when we go, now we have to do is to go under, we have to go back to our confirm name button, or no, not our, where is it? Name graph? Oh, there we go. We have to, for our input, what we now need to do is on value changed, specifically on changed. We have to go to our game manager, get our save manager, then we have to find our it has to be a dynamic string. Input graph name. Yeah, that one. Input graph name. That's the one. And yeah. Now, to do this, if there is no existing save file, then what we have to do is to go UI manager. Why is this private again? Why? You know what? Why is that private? What we need to do is to go to UI manager dot script dot what is it called? The graph, no, confirm graph name dot set active to true. And we also would like to do is to do our input graph name dot text is equal to, wait a second, no, that's not what we want to do. Our input graph, this is not supposed to be a text, this is supposed to be an input. Input field, mind it. Input field, input graph name dot text is supposed to be equal to nothing. Right? With all that, let's go to our save. Hold a second. This should not be a raycast target. Okay, the close button. What? Oh, that's the wrong one. Wait, what? No. Wait, what? The cancel button. Okay, I can't tell if it's being highlighted or not. I need to make it darker. The highlight is going to be darker. When we press it, it's going to be a lot darker. All right, there we go. That way I can actually see. Huh, the cancel button is not. It's because of is it because of its raycast target? Huh. The notification is not blocking anything, right? Cancel button. Yeah, it should. How is it? That's rather strange. It doesn't seem to be updating. This one does. Oh, wait, I realize it's probably because it doesn't. Okay, if I change this back to our little buddy here, I'm pretty sure it, or not. Okay, but if anything, the cancel button, all that should do is all that should do is go to the name graph menu and game object set active to false. That's all it should do. So yeah, that definitely. That's all. That didn't save anything, right? Oh, it tried to load. What? Hold on a second. Oh wait. When we go to save menu, what we have to do is in our update. If we do this, technically what we now need to do is to saving or loading is going to be set to true. There we go. Okay, if we go to save graph, we confirm our action. Wait, does confirm action have anything under it? I mean, it's confirm button, I mean. No, it doesn't, so it doesn't do anything. Okay. Save manager. Why is it load new graph? This, what is this one? Load graph data. Wait, what? Save manager, load graph data. Load new graph. Wait, who's calling this? What is calling that? Wait, what? Load player settings. Oh! Oh. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. It's fine. Okay, let's go back to our save manager and figure out what we're trying to do here. So if we input our graph name, okay, let's just do our save. Then if we do this, it should be deleting. Okay, never mind. Okay, fine. What it should be doing, instead of doing graph name, what it should be doing is input graph name dot text. Not that one. Input graph name, the variable dot text. It should be underscore graph name is equal to this, which is equal to underscore graph name, like that. Then then again, we have to do is for this one, we have to do a graph name, then substring from 0 to underscore graph name dot length -1. And then of course set the input graph name dot text equal to underscore graph name. Now, of course, we now need to set up our input field, and the input field is simply just going to be the input graph name. Our save slots, we just need one for now, and this save slot is going to be save graph. Where is it? This panel, save slot. Okay. I'm going to rename this to save slots. Wow. Okay, this is quite a bit of some intricacy, if you ask me. Game manager to save slot. Okay, that's a lot of stuff. All right. Now, if we do this, and index is out of bounds. Right, we also forgot to put the lowercase letters. That's actually another thing we need to do. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. All right. Yeah, I forgot to put the lowercase letters. I'm not sure if there's I'm not sure if there's also technically a so however, oh yeah, this notification should only come out like that. There we go. I'm not sure if I should allow numbers, but if anything, we could put a capital A. Graph name cannot be longer than 40 characters, and we could definitely see. I think 40 is fine. Should I allow numbers? I think numbers are fine. Then so we can add 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like that. And yeah, these are all the allowed characters that we can have. Jeez, it's really long. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, yep, I think I got all the characters, and yeah, I'm surprised. I managed to make an input field that basically say, hey, you can't put this number in, you can't put, so if I try to put a slash, if I wanted to put a quotation mark, if I wanted to put the other quotation mark, if I wanted to put the dollar sign, I will not be able to do that. If I wanted to put an exclamation part, exclamation, what the heck did I just say? Factorial. And yeah, I'm surprised by how well that I managed to do that. So if we save graph, let me cancel that. Okay, there's one last thing that I technically now need to do. All right. Technically, all right. I might as well put this in the UI manager. Let me go the where's UI manager? There it is. UI manager, and this one is not going to be an animation. This one is a public void open close input graph name. All it is we do this. We don't need that. Our input graph name is going to be savemanager.script. There we go. And we do boolean open. Not be true. This one's going to be open. It doesn't matter what it is. It just has to do that. Now, so in our save manager, what we now need to do is to go UI manager.script. Open, close the confirm input graph name, and we pass in true. And well, to actually make things, we have to go back to our UI manager, and here we now need to say if input graph confirm graph name dot active self is equal to true, or is not equal to open UI. Then what we do is open close input graph name to open UI. There we go. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. All right, let's go save. And if we were to close that, all right, lots of stuff. So save, so we say save slot, save reload file. When we do save slot, not only that, it opens the open confirm menu. And when you confirm, the confirmation from that is actually from the save reload file. And that's where this function comes in. Now, I technically also would like to add a command for loading. So I also would like to say if actually this one, I guess I might as well put it here. And then we say if input.getKey, input.getKey down, and we pass in key code.L. That means load. We'll do saving or loading is going to be set to false. Then of course we want to kind of do the same exact thing. Actually, since this is actually almost exactly the same exact thing, what we can do is we could do this. No, we don't actually want to do that. We only want to do that if I wonder if I should make that a function. I'm not going to do it for now. But now what we need to do is worry about the saving or loading a file. Now, else if we are loading, then what we need to do is we actually first need to check if there actually is, I actually need to say if existing save and at selected slot num is equal to false, then we actually would like to notify the notification.notify there is no saved data, no saved graph in save slot. Then we pass in our selected slot number, which is a string. We pass in for, and we do that for 1.5 seconds. And else we want to do, what is it? Or we actually want to I'm confused. Is this actually function necessary? Is this function necessary? You know what? Let's just do it. Load save slot. Yay! All of this is just for the saving and loading. All of this. Wow, that's 200 lines. It's not that long. I think I've had longer, but if anything, with that, I would like to turn on the lights in my room. And with that, I'm gonna check if my mic is not muted. Yeah, it's on. What we now need to do what we now need to do is put this function I just realized. I'm gonna just make this a public void, save graph to slot. Then what we have to do is we just do save graph. The graph name is just going to be the final graph name. This one is saves graph after inputting a graph name to an empty slot. Save new graph to slot is actually probably the more appropriate one. Yeah, and with that, I believe I'm actually not sure if there's anything else that needs to be done other than to literally test the thing. And I'm pretty sure I've definitely messed up something because I have not been able to, I've literally not tested any of this. All I did was I made the system, but I never even tested if the system even works in the first place. So if this actually goes badly, I guess I tried. No, I'm kidding. I'm going to definitely try to fix it. But there is definitely quite a lot on the line here because I have coded a lot of all of this saving. All of this saving is actually all of the saving that I've done. All of the code that I've done in saving is actually not tested. I have not tested if it actually saves a file, if it actually can load a file, and yeah, there's quite a bit on the line here. I'm just gonna go open up my menu, open this up here, and actually no, I have to navigate to percentage app data percentage. I have to actually navigate to that folder. Then I got to go to local O, then yeah, and so on, and go to the name, and well, yeah. Because right now, there are no save files. I can actually show you right now. There are no save files in this thing. The folder is literally empty. This is actually where the system is supposed to save. So as you can see, as you know, this persistent application.persistent data path is actually supposed to save to this whatever I have here. And yeah, I still haven't tested this, but now all I need to do is to hook up every single. I just need to hook up all of the functions, and hopefully it'll work. Hopefully. Now save new graph to slot. Yes. All right. Then, oh gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. I kind of realized, okay, whatever. Then to have a graph. Now to actually, we can actually close the. Wait a second. No, that's not the one. You have to go to, this is the confirm button. So this is the save. I believe it's a save or load file. Yep, it is the one. Wait. It's confirm but okay, yeah, that's the one. Then our name graph, our input graph name, and once we have our confirm, what we have to do now is get our game manager, save new graph to slot. Yes, that is a lot of stuff. I've worked on a lot of stuff. And if this doesn't work, oh my gosh, that's going to be quite a heck of a thing to fix. All right. So with that, let's go ahead and save. Let's test it out. I technically already do have a graph here, so I'm just going to try and see if I can save. If I do this, I want to now confirm action. Wait, hold on a second. Wait. Right. Okay, we probably forgot to put it on the player UI. And where is it? Yep, I forgot to do that. So now I have to go all the way back. So load save menu. Why am I calling it the load save menu? It's called the save load menu anyway in code. Then the name graph menu is the one that I need to get. Name graph menu and put it there. All right. Let's save. confirm. All right. I'm going to call this test 1. Right, okay, I completely forgot. I need to make this a, not prop, serialized field. I forgot to do that. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. Let's pretend that that didn't happen. I'm gonna. What? Huh? What? Huh? What? Violation. What is this? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go back to Bracky's video and test something. Actually, I need to look at his video for just just a second. So come here, Brackies. Hey, stop. So Brackies, I believe I might as well look at your video just one more time, just to make sure that I didn't forget anything rather important, because you know stuff's important. All right, a binary player data. Wait a second, what? Yeah, okay, I'm currently going through his video and seeing if I missed anything. And what did you do? You marked this as system. Oh, not that, not serialized field, system.serializable. That's what I meant to do, not, yeah, that's, hopefully now it works. Hold on a second. Okay, my mic is not muted. Perfect. What? Okay, let's pretend I confirm end of stream encountered before parsing was completed. Okay, that I might have. We do save graph data. Stream.close. What does that mean? Wait. I am. Let me look at the code. So we have. Okay, the folder's still empty. Stream. Okay, stream is equal to a path file mode.create. We have our graph data is equal to a new graph data, and we input our graph name. Then our formatter. Okay, so I guess I might as well, I'm gonna copy paste this. Okay. Um, I'm okay. I've never seen this error before. What? So how did you fix the problem? Okay, you know what? I am just going. I'm not sure if I should just completely forget this. Um, I don't know. I'm just trying to test something out. What does this mean? Serializing exception. End of stream. Okay, let's try this. Debug.log. We'll do this. Debug.log. And this is what I'll do. Saving to path. Is it even, because I have a feeling now it's because of this function, because of this. All right, so we do our save, go this, we do our confirm. It doesn't even get to the, okay, so that tells us a lot. It most likely then is because, and then it's most likely this. I guess what I should do now is, rather than having a, I should probably make this function a function. So I'm going to have a public static void existing file. Now, what we need to do is pass a string called the file path. Then what we need to do is if file.ex if file.exists and we pass in the file path is equal to true, then we want to return we want to return true. Not a void, this one's supposed to be a boolean. And then file.exist. Is this a get or is return file that exists at file path. Okay, so now what we have to do is go back to our save manager, and rather than doing existing save, this one is going to be a more rather than actually rewriting the entire the entire thing, what I'm going to do is return something based on this. So we have to do if save system dot existing file, then we pass in save system dot file path. The file name is going to just be graph, I believe. So I need to, let me check that. Graph, and then the extension is graph data. So we have graph, then we add the slot number, then we have the file extension, which is called graph data. Graph data is equal to true. Actually, no, we don't need to do that. All we need to do is to return save system dot existing file. We put our save system dot file path, and we pass in graph plus slot number. Then the extension is just graph data. Let me check if that's how it is. Yeah, that should hopefully now. Hopefully now that'll work. But for our save slot, rather than doing what we do with data, rather than doing this, what we need to do first is to check if save system dot existing file. This one will be again graph, or no, save system dot file path. Then we add graph, then plus slot number, then we add graph data. If this is true, then data is equal to this, else data is going to be null. Not that. Okay, that's a rather interesting thing. Okay, so we can set data equal to null. That's how we can do it. Huh, I never knew about that shortcut. Okay, it's good to know. Anyway, with that, hopefully now we won't have those errors. So let's check. Did I save or something? Okay, this is now rather confusing. What is this? I've never seen this before. Getting data. What do you mean? There's no file. It doesn't exist. Look, there's nothing. Okay, fine. If there is an existing file, I want to debug.log that path file's name. Okay, fine. There's no file. What? I want to debug.log the file name because the file path, because that does not make any sense. Let me go ahead and see where it is, for some odd reason, finding something. Default company. Oh, right. What is this? Okay, I'm just going to delete that. Okay, now let's save. And let's call this best. 1. Okay. Why is it loading slot? Why did it just load a slot? What? Wait. Why did it just load a slot? Why did it just load a slot? Wait, whoa. Is this because of a save slot? New graph data, save manager. Okay, not okay. Maybe this notification should not be here. I think that I'm going to comment this out, and I'm also going to comment out. Yeah, I'm going to comment out that. I'm also going to comment out this. Now, in the save manager, once we do save graph, okay, so save graph, where is it? Save graph. What we do is notification.notify. We want to say saved. We're going to pass in the graph name, and then we put at a path. So we want to go save system.file path. The file name is obviously just going to be graph. Then we have to add the selected slot num, which is a string. Then here we put graph data. And of course, we want to notify the person for about 5 seconds. Now, I believe I do need to do a bit of an adjustment with how it works. So I'm actually going to delete this right now. And I need to go to the notification and go to the text. And it needs to be a best fit. Because, yeah, as you saw, it didn't really fit the entire thing. So let me go ahead and test this out again. Confirm, and we do test 1. With that, we close out all this. And there we go. It says test 1. Yay. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes. Oh my gosh. The saving works. Now we actually need to load the file. So to actually test if we actually load the file, I need to actually get rid of something. So we actually have quite a lot of stuff here, but we need to comment out you guys just to be sure. Whenever we load a graph, we technically want to say we want to check first if in the scene there are already. So first what we want to do is if when we load up a graph, we want to go to our graph editor.script. And then we see vertices.count is greater than 0. We kind of want to remove all the vertices, but we actually should do that for the edges first. So if we do graph editor.script.edges.count is greater than 0, then what we want to do is do graph editor dot. Actually, no, we want to do for each of this. There's going to be, it's not just this, I'm not sure if it's just as simple as deleting the object. So what we now need to do is under the create functions, I'm also going, Okay, I'm going to have the, whoops, I'm now going to add the delete functions, and let me take away some of those equal signs, and slash slash, there we go. And we're going to have a public void delete delete vertex. So what we need to do is we have a string. This is going to be the vertex name. I'm not sure if we should. What we need to do is to so we get the vertex name, and then what we do is it goes through for each what it does is goes for each string called v vname in, I'll do underscore vname. Delete vertex. This one for every vertex name in vertices dot keys if that's not how you spell delete. If delete vertex is equal to vertex name, then what we want to do is what we want to do is then we return after this. If we find it, then we have to do is to at the end we have to do vertices dot remove, and we remove the actually what am I doing? All we need to do is do vertices dot remove delete vertex. But before we do that, I'm trying to see if there's anything else that I need to do. Technically, it also, if you delete a vertex, you also need to delete the edges around it. Before we do that, we also need to delete connecting edges. So yeah, this is actually a rather awkward situation. So we also need to do a public void delete edge. So then we have to take a string, the delete edge. Then what we now need to do is, well, we do edges dot remove, and we do delete edge. But not only that, we technically also need to destroy the game object. So we actually need to get the game object. So we need to do edges. Then we get our delete edge dot game object. So we actually have to do and of course we kind of have to do this after. Now, before we delete the vertices, what we now need to do is you have to go through for each edge, we're going to call edge script in edges. We have to go through if edge script, not that, if edge edge script dot p1 or edge script dot p2 if this is equal to to vertices, delete vertex. Okay, you know what? I might as well. This is going to be a game object called the vertex, the del vertex. This is going to be equal to this. If this is equal to del vertex, not delete vertex, del vertex, or this is equal to del vertex, then we kind of want to delete edge. We pass in edge script dot. Actually, we don't want to do that. We kind of want to, okay. What I'm going to do is instead, because, okay, I'm going through every single edge in edge script. However, the problem is, if I modify the edges dictionary while I'm going through every single edge, it ends up kind of making problems. It's an error in a sense. So what I need to do is actually make a list of edges called the connected edges, and this is going to equal to a new list of edge. So if the edge is actually connected to what? Oh, edges dot values. What we now need to do is connected edges dot we need to add the edge script, but we also need to also to do edges dot remove edge script dot ename, I believe. I think we can. I'm going to do this one first, then remove it. Then after that, you know what? This is actually rather. We can remove it, then we do edge it, this destroy edge script dot game object. I guess we have to do delete edge. When we pass in the edges, then we do those edge script dot ename. Oh wait, no. Edge script dot ename. No. I don't believe I need this anymore. Now, I just hope that this works, but what I'm going to do now is actually test if this works. So I'm gonna comment this out for now and test whether or not my delete vertex is working. So I put graph name I'm going to, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, this is such a long, so many functions. Okay, there we go. We're gonna have that. We're gonna add that back. However, what I'm gonna do is go back to the graph editor. And to test this out, I'm just going to do a temporary public void update and check if I press some button. So if input.get, you know what, I'm going to do this, I'm going to just make this temporarily. This is going to be a temporary thing where if I do, I'm going to make this temporary. In the edge interact, and we also want the vertex interaction. When we interact, if we interact with it, I want to do the graph editor dot script dot delete vertex. We pass in the game object dot name. Now for the edge interact, if this is in edit mode. Yeah, it is. In edit mode, I would like to make this temporary. Then in the edge interact, we also would like to do the same thing. Graph editor dot and script dot delete edge, and we pass in our transform dot parent dot transform dot parent dot game object dot name. And this is temporary. Now, whether or not this works, we go to edit mode. No key found. Okay, let's test it. Does the vertex work? What? What? What do you mean? The given key was not in the dictionary? Even for the vertices. The vertices are the ones that I can expect to work. Huh? Yeah, this has the vertex interaction, so the game object should be A. Okay, debug mode. Let's go to our graph space. Vertex interact. This is rather strange. Let me make this temporary like that. Because I need to see the stuff. Fine, we're gonna. What? Okay, hold on. When we create a vertex, okay, it adds the vertex, and it sets the name of it. I'm going to debug dot, okay, debug dot log. I'm going to do say added the name to vertices. Then I kind of want to do the same thing with the edges. So debug dot log add, this one's going to say added the name to edges. And for some reason, if that's not what it is, so yeah, they all exist. Okay, they all exist. So if I go to edit mode, why is it suddenly that the key is not found? Given key was not present in the dictionary. So do vertex interact, delete vertex, where's the graph editor? Okay, here. And with that, we are confused. Okay, so when we delete a vertex, okay. Log delete vertex was not found. Let's try that. So, okay, it adds everything. What? Okay, fine. Let's do this. If vertices dot contains key delete vertex is equal to true, then is equal to false, then we're going to return. We return. And we also do this, which will be up here. We can delete this. How is it not found? Okay, go to edit mode. What? Wait, what? So debug.log, then this says delete vertex was found. If that is not going to make any sense to me if, okay. What? What? Wait, what? It's found, but I can't find it. What? What is, what? Huh? Okay, vertices. This is the, okay, this is how I get the string is the key. So we do delete vertex. Okay. Unity, get value from key. I swear I remember it being exactly how it looked like. That does not sound like it. Way to say, yeah, this should work. This should work. I don't know what's, I don't get it. Delete vertex. It's found. Okay, I need to see where the problem is, because I can't even tell what. I need to see where the problem is. Is found. Let's destroy, not game object. You want to do destroy del vertex dot game object. Okay. Oh, that's another thing I forgot. Okay. I just kind of remember something. Okay, that's, yeah. In mode manager, not the mode, I guess not the mode manager. In the, for a UI panel, I actually would like to say if mode manager dot current mode does not equal to mode dot view, then we kind of want to do set target to null. Wait, hold on a second. I'm also going to do a public boolean view mode only. By default, this will be set to true. Panel can only be seen in view mode. All right. And view mode only is equal to true. We'll set the target to null. All right, so now what I need to, I now have to do a bunch of prefab editing. So prefabs. The name one, hold on a second, let me put this back to normal. And then in this guy, we need to say view mode only is false. Then for the values, view mode only is set to false as well. Everything else is okay. All right, so that was just something I noticed. So if we were to view the properties and do like that, it would hide the properties. So it deletes the object. However, this guy's not connected to anything, so that's the problem. All right. So we actually have to do when we delete a vertex. Oh, no, okay, now so apparently the problem was in this for each kind of thing. So for each edge in the edge script values, if you have to delete the edge script dot ename. Okay, when we create an edge, we create edge. We forgot to do edge script dot set name. Oh my gosh, that, oh no, wait, no, we already did that. What? Edge script dot set name. The name edge script. Edge script set name game object dot name. Okay, then we have our graph in the graph editor. We create a game object. Then the edge script says so. All right. All right, let's go look at it again and see what happens. You go to edge this guy. The name is AB, so it should exist. Let's go to edge. Wait, no, not edge. Let's go to our graph editor. When we create, we set the name, and we make sure. And okay, good. We also fix the name, and we set the name. Then we add it to the dictionary. Now, if the delete vertex is either the source or the end, we want to delete the edge. Then we want to continue, I guess. Maybe that's the problem, but let's go ahead and check just to make sure. Given key is not. Okay. Let me copy this and go into Notepad so I can actually read what this is saying. The given key was not present in the dictionary. Get item, then graph editor.delete, then we get a string at delete edge. So we delete the edge. I am stupid. Okay, I think I figured out my stupidity. So what I need to do is actually get an edge called the edge, and we're going to set this equal to edges delete edge and we're going to call this the del edge. So all we need to do is to do del edge game object. I think that's the problem. I think I figured it out. Because I was trying to access the edge, but the edge is already removed from the dictionary, so it's kind of pointless. So now let's delete it. Operation may not execute. Okay. Okay, now how do we do this instead? Because if we can't delete, because we're modifying, because okay, my problem was that I was modifying this edge script. I'm modifying this dictionary while going through it. I'm going to make a private, okay, this is going to be a private Boolean connected edges. And we take in a vertex. We're going to call this check vertex. Now, for each, what it does is for each edge script in edges.values, if edge script.p1 is equal to check vertex, or edge script.p2 is equal to check vertex, then we want to return a true. Then if not, we'll return a false. If a vertex has edges connected to it. All right. This one will be a while loop. While connected edges, we pass in del vertex is equal to true, and this one will be a break rather than yeah, break. There we go. Hopefully I don't, okay. I'm a little worried now. So I'm gonna save, and I'm going to delete this because I don't need it anymore. If I end up, you know, it perfectly worked. So now, if we delete this one, oh my gosh, that worked beautifully. It actually worked. Yeah. Yeah, it actually, I'm surprised it actually works. This works. Now we have to actually just test it on the edges alone. So delete, no, not the properties. The edge, yeah, that works completely fine. All right, so now we can actually get rid of that interaction, because that is not actually how we want to delete. That's not actually how we want to delete vertices, and yeah. Now we have to go back to our save manager. And we have to say if, actually now, if there are, we don't need to actually keep count of the edges. All we need to do is to count the vertices. If the vertices count is greater than 0, we need to do is to go to our graph editor.script. Oh, no, not that. We need to, for each vertex, found vertex in graph editor.script.vert. vertices dot values. Oh wait, no, keys. We want to do, or no, not vertex. We'll do a string underscore vertex. We'll do it like that. We want to do graph editor dot script dot delete, not edge, delete vertex. Then what we want to do now is do this. We want to do graph. We want to do, this is a string, right? Oh yeah, the string. And we pass underscore vertex. This is how we load up a graph. We have to delete everything, then load up a new graph based on the data. And I still have this graph data here, so yeah. Now, how do we test this? So if I actually was to play here and go to Ctrl L, it says test 1. When I want to confirm, however, what is this? Collection was modified. Okay. This is what we should do. And then we do break. I think that's how how we can do it. Oh hey, we've been streaming for quite a while now. What is this? That's weird. Object was not set edge.wake up. What is this? Null reference exception. Wait, is the save manager loading something? Okay, let me get out the notepad again. What is this saying? Unity editor graphs. What is this? What is this? Unity editor graphs. Huh? What is this? What? Wait. What is this? What is this? Script graph? What is the graph script? Unity editor. What is this? I don't know what is this? What? Huh? Null reference exception. Object reference not set to an instance of an object. Unity editor dot graphs dot edge dot wake up. I'm going to see what this is. I don't really know what it's going to take me to, but I'm going to copy that. And it doesn't exist. So what the heck is this? What? What is that error? So if we load, cancel, and well, we want to shift escape. It works. Well, I don't know what that error is, but okay. I'm gonna look this up. Okay, someone just. I guess okay. I think that's I just need to restart Unity. I think that's what someone just said to me. Just to restart Unity. Yeah. So I'm gonna hopefully now it'll work. But I'm surprised it seemed to work. I'm surprised that it seemed to work. So let's go ahead and test it again, and hopefully the error is not. Yeah, so it's gone. So now, if we were if we want to load up a file, what we need to do is this, and we confirm. And the last thing that we need to do is actually close up all the menus. Okay, we actually need to close up all the menus, all of the menus. All right. So we have to go to our save manager, and yeah. Where is it? What am I looking for? Okay, load graph. After, where is it? Save or load file. There we go. When we load a save slot, after that, we need to, after doing all of this, wait, load save slot. Okay, I guess I'll do it like this. Then here, what we have to do is, yeah, load graph. Hold on a second. Wait, what? I'm getting lost in my scripts. Save. Okay, I got lost in my scripts. We have to do that, which is all that is go to my manager dot script dot UI dot close all menus, and this will be false. Open close all menus. Then after we do that, we also, when we load a graph, open, we want to do UI manager dot script dot open close all menus, and we'll do false. Yay! Oh my gosh, it's quite a long time. Oh my gosh, it's 5 o'clock. So if we were to go load, and we load load, everything closes. Now, there's one last thing that, okay, there's one last, okay, I promise, there is one last thing that I technically need to do. And that is to actually load a new graph. And to actually do this, what I'm going to do is to, it's going to have this one deletes all present vertices and edges in the graph. So this one will be a private void delete graph, delete graph, wait, no, delete vertices, edges. So what this does is exactly this. And we'll paste it here. And all we need to do is delete vertices and edges. Now, under load new graph, whoops, that's not, whoa, wait, we don't want to do that. Under load new graph, what we need to do is, not that, we do delete vertices and edges. And then there we go. Holy crap, this thing is long. But now, this is technically not complete. When we do this, we technically might also want to delete data. We technically also might want to delete the data, the saved data. Now, to actually do that, I'm not really sure. So I'm going to go to Unity, delete save file. In our save, where is it? Where's our save system? Oh my gosh, I have so many scripts. In our save system, we now need to do is to, in a sense, delete. We also need a path that, we also need a if file exists at path. So now what we need to do is to delete so this one deletes the graph, deletes saved graph file. So here we have a public static void called delete graph. We'll call it delete saved graph. And here what we'll do is we'll take in a string. Actually, I'm not sure what I'm going to need for this yet. However, we want to do is if existing file, we pass in string. No, we don't pass in string. We do file path. Then we pass in graph. Okay, never mind. We need a string called the number. This will be slot number plus the slot num that we pass in graph data. Then we want to do file dot delete at this path. Okay, actually we would like to do a path and set we want to do string path is equal to this, we pass in path, then we pass in delete path. Now, as for saved graph data, I guess this one we'll do delete saved graph. Then we'll do is this one will have, this is the path. This actually just takes path in the path. No, it's not. No, the slot number. What? So this is just save slot. Yeah, it is save slot. Now in our save manager, oh my gosh, I'm going to add one more here. So this one's actually going to be delete. Deleting. Okay. Rather than doing save load slot, what is the function? Oh my gosh, I have so many functions. Save or load file. Okay. There was one last thing I needed to do. And in the confirm, oh, this is the one. This is the one. Okay, this is supposed to be an integer rather, and this one will be state, and this one will actually rather be instead of, and we'll do a switch state case 0, and we just return case 0 save state is going to be equal to save state dot saving. And we kind of just need to copy this. Case 1, this one will be loading, and finally, whoops, not that. And lastly, this one's this. This one will be deleting. There you go, and we can get rid of this. Then in the save manager, this will be set to 0. If loading, then we'll do that. However, on the confirm, okay, I need to make the UI before I can figure out what I'm doing here. So let me go back to the save slot. So there's not only going to be this, but there's going to be a, okay, I have to make a sprite. So GIMP, I need to make a trash can. So yeah, I'm going to have a trash can, which I'm going to make a new 64 by 64. And in this, let's make the background that. Now we would also like to set this to black for now. Then the pencil, we're going to make this a lot smaller. Then here we'll do it like this. This one is going to be like that. Then here will be right here, all the way. And this one goes all the way to this, all the way to the bottom, all the way to the all the way to the bottom, like so. And we have our trash somewhat looking, okay looking trash can. Come on, there we go. I feel like it should be smaller. Okay, I'm going to make it smaller. Do it like this, and we also would like to do it like this. 25, then we go up like this. Then we go all the way down. Then here, all the way down again, like that. Then, of course, we want to do this good old trash can. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to, let me do it like this. Okay, then this goes all the way down, all the way across. And here, all the way, no, down, then all the way up, all the way down, all the way up, all the way down, all the way up, and of course, lastly, all the way down. Now we just need to move this guy such that he's more centered. There we go. I guess we'll export it now to Unity projects. Shortest path solver. Make sure my mic is not muted. Okay, it's not. Assets. Then sprites. Then this is going to be trash can. And we don't really need to save any of these. So let's export it. Goodbye, trash can, go. Now we have to go back and we go to our sprites. Let's have a huge folder of that stuff. And this is going to be a sprite. We apply. There we go. Now, what we need to do is make a button. This button is not going to be that big. It's going to be a lot smaller. I'm going to make it 24 by 20, not 42, 24. Now, the text is not going to be text, but it's going to be an image. So this one's just going to be the sprite. Why not? And we're going to put this in the middle. And we also would like to not make this a raycast target and give it a sprite. Trash can. Little tiny trash can. Now the button itself. Okay, I actually would like to make the button a tiny bit smaller. So let's do 0.75. There we go. That should cover it. Now, this one is the delete save button. Whenever we do this, what we want to do is when we highlight it, we want this to turn a red. When we delete this, we're going to use a dark red. Now, the delete button is going to be it's going to be sitting right across. It's going to be not there, but there. That way you won't be able to accidentally delete it. All right. When we do this, okay, I need to, let me lock this. I need to get the game manager, go to our save manager, then we want to save or load file. Oh, no. Not only that, we want to go to what is it called? It takes in an integer. This one, okay. Edit slot num. There we go. That would actually probably be a more appropriate name for it. So then we go to save manager. This guy is going to say edit. Wait, this one is going to be edit slot num. There we go. Wait. Okay, we'll do it like that. Edit slot number. There we go. Now for this one, edit state. We'll do it like that. This is edit states. Edit state. There we go. Edit state, and of course, edit state. Now we kind of probably most likely definitely have to do a bit of changing. So this one's going to be whenever we click the trash can, the delete save, it's going to set to 0. We're going to set this to 2. However, when we press the save slot itself, save load file. Save load file. Now, under the save manager, or should I put it under the save slot? So when we have edit state, then we have the save or load file. However, this is not exactly what I want. Edit file state. This is what we're going to do. This one is saves or loads or deletes file. So this one instead, we'll have to do a switch save state case save state dot saving. Then we'll just return. We'll do it like this. Do it like this. Case. Give us a second. I'm going to just do it right now. Oh, come on. Rather than this being saving, this one will be loading, and lastly, this one will be deleting. Now, this one is for the loading. If loading, and then we have if saving, we do this. We do this if we're saving. And if we're deleting, then we have to do wait, hold on a second. Where is this edit file state? Where was that called? And is it on the confirm action? Confirm action, confirm button. Save or load. Okay, so now we have to set this to edit file state. I'm making, okay. On the button, we save slot. Okay, good. Okay, so with that, when we confirm, we do edit file state. However, the delete save button is not only supposed to edit state, we actually need to be using a public void. Okay. Public void delete save. What this is going to do is actually, I think that one should be here. This one should be a public void delete save delete file. And instead, what we'll do is do save manager dot script dot edit slot num edit slot num to slot number save load file. Oh, okay. You can do save load file. Actually, yeah, this is exactly what we need. But all we need to do here is we do edit state, then exactly we just need to take the save slot, then do save slot, save load file. Save load, when we do save load file, we do edit slot num. Okay, I think that's exactly what we do. Now to actually delete the actually, first I think we have to do is if we check save slot, this one, okay, this one will be more of an interesting one. This is a public void delete file. This one will do the save load file. However, this one will say if save manager, oh wait, if data is equal to null, then we want to notify the player, notification.notify, no graph data, no graph to delete at actually, I guess it should say save slot no graph to delete in slot. Then we pass in our slot number. We'll just do it for 1.5 seconds. Why not? And of course, we return. after we on the save manager, we delete that. Save graph. Okay, we do what's under save graph. Okay. All right. I'm gonna put it down here so that I can actually have. So we're gonna have a public void delete graph. Delete graph. It takes in a string, a graph. We'll do underscore graph name. And this one will say it passes in system save graph. What it will do is there's a few things that it needs to do. Hold on. Let me check back on the save system. String slot num. All it needs is a slot number. Okay. So actually, this is not going to be the graph name. This is going to be the. Actually, I could just make this the integer. These slot number underscore slot number. Then. Then what we do is we do save system dot delete save graph, and we pass in underscore slot number dot to string. Then what we want to do is to do we go to our save slots and we pass in underscore slot number dot what is it called? Set new data, and we pass in null. So when we delete this, when we do a delete, it wants to say actually it already would have checked by now, and we say notification. After that, it will say notification.notify. This one will say deleted save slot. We pass in underscore slot number. Graph at save slot. Yeah. Then we pass in here for 5 seconds. When we save a graph, it actually notifies a player. Okay. I guess, yeah, I think I forgot to notify, notification.notify. Loaded graph at slot, we pass in load save slot. Okay, I guess instead of here, we'll do it in, we'll do notification.notify loaded saved graph at loaded loaded graph at slot, then we pass in selected slot number. Then we do that for 5 seconds. All right, now, oh my gosh, it's quite a lot of doing. Okay. Rather than it doing this, hold on a second. Why not? We'll just have it do this. Then we pass in our save slot here. We do save slot, delete file instead. All right, and if we were to play, I should probably open up my, okay, I'll go to put it on the side so I can see it for myself. Save graph. And I would like to confirm. It didn't do anything. Confirm button. The game manager save file, and that's because because I forgot to put it. Delete. Here we put delete. Whoops. Okay, I didn't want to do that. Okay, delete graph is not. I guess it's not going to be. What it's going to do is instead it takes in the, what is it called? Selected slot num integer, and again do the same thing. Selected slot num integer. Actually, selected slot num. Selected slot num. There we go. Then we do delete graph. All right. With all of that, let's see. Do Ctrl S. Deleted graph. And yeah, it's gone. It's gone. We finally have our saving and loading. Oh my gosh, we have everything. I think. Oh. Now, okay, I forgot one last thing, which is technically to close off everything, but which is going to be uimanager.script.close all menus, and we'll set this to false. Yes, that is what we need to do. I don't even think, you know what? I don't even think I need to open it. Why am I doing this? I should just make it close all menus, because I don't think I'll ever need a moment where I would need to open all of them at once. So if this is equal to true, then we want to set this to false. If this is equal to true, and of course if this is equal to true, this is equal to true, and of course equal to true, we want to do all this false, 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 false. There we go. Now we have to actually close all menus like that. Then we have to do close all menus like this, close all menus to this, and yeah, does everything. It manages to do everything that we needed to do, and it's been 3 hours. Oh my gosh. So let me go ahead now and hold on a second. Let me check. When we load a new graph, I actually want to bring up the this one if actually here we'll have a public void load. This one is load new graph file. This one is just load new graph. This one is the confirmation, brings up confirmation to load new graph. So now what this one is, if you press this button, what we need to do is what we need to do is to edit slot number and set it equal to 1. Then what we want to do is to we want to bring up the, what was the menu called? What was it? I'm trying to remember. My gosh, I have so many. Okay, UI Manager, save load. Save slot. It needs to do this thing. That's what I was trying to look for. Okay, so when we load a new, when we load a, oh my gosh, I need to actually make this more organized. I'll do that after my stream. If we open close the confirm menu, if loading, however, if we are loading what is it that I'm saying? If we're loading, then we have to do the confirmation. Did file state. However, loading, our state is set to loading, we're confirming, and however, this one will be more interesting, I guess. I guess we'll need a private Boolean, I guess. This one will be private Boolean loading new save. You know what? Oh my gosh, you know what? Fine, we'll do it like this. Loading new file. There we go. Loading new graph. There we go. And well, we now need to add this to our edit slot num. Wait, no, not our edit slot num. Edit state. And we have to do something similar to this, where we duplicate this. In case this is 3, state dot loading new graph. Then we have to do, when we load up a new graph, what we have to do is, where is it? Load new graph. This one is going to be 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Lastly, case save state dot loading new graph return. There's one last thing we have to do. We have to, what is it called? The function. I need to make this more neat when I load new graph. Now, if you might be wondering what button is special enough to have that specific function, well, it's this guy. So now we have to go to our game manager, and then we're going to go to our game manager, and we have to, what is this? Where is it? Load new graph, there we go. And I'm going to just play test it, let's see. Ctrl S. Whoa, wait a second, what? How did it bring up the confirm action? What? It brought up the confirm action. That's not what I wanted it to do. That's, If we, why is it bringing up the confirm action? That's not what it should be doing. All it should be doing is edit the state, open menu, true, open close, save load menu. Open close the save load menu. Huh? How does that open the confirm action menu? Am I missing something? Edit state. Okay, we go edit state. What? It shouldn't, how is it opening the, what? Okay, so we do this. And the confirm action comes up. What on earth? Open, close, save load menu. UI manager. Open, close, save load open, close, save load menu, I mean. Then play animation, save load menu animator. How is it opening the confirm action menu? How? I guess I might have to solve that next time because I have to go somewhere. Load new graph. That's why. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to just comment that out for now, and I'll save it, and I'll do this the next time. Fix this the next time, and hopefully by then, I'll finally, and I mean finally, I'll finally actually, finish the saving and loading system. That's really about it for now. So thanks for watching, and hope you enjoyed.